Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today, talking to you about the new upcoming plans for the WWE Network. These are really going to be big, and honestly, since the WWE Network rolled out 2 years ago, people have been thinking that they were going to be maybe changing things about the network, but really, since its beginning, nothing's really changed until the day of the brand split, and then they just really started giving us more for our money, with SmackDown and Raw having their own pay-per-views spaced out just about 2 weeks, only a few months of the year. Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, I think SummerSlam, and maybe Survivor Series are going to be the only co-branded pay-per-views where there'll only be one pay-per-view that month. Really delivering a whole lot of bang for your buck, really giving you 2 pay-per-view shows. Honestly, in my mind, I think they've sort of weakened the pay-per-views by splitting the brand splits. The last few shows, I've only really cared about the main events, but the one big thing about this is they're looking at doing 4 pricing tiers for the WWE Network, highlighted by one being free. Looks like there's going to be doing 4 tiers: free, $4.99, $9.99, and $14.99. There's going to be, pluses and minuses to each tier, highlighted by the fact that one of the tiers is going to be free, where you would sign up for the WWE Network and be able to watch the live stream with pay-per-views, and a few other quality shows blocked out. I think that being the Cruiserweight Classic, and maybe it was NXT. I'm not 100% sure, but you'd be able to see all the other shows. My biggest questions about this is that how long would it be for a pay-per-view to be blacked out? Would it be blacked out on its first run, and then immediately after they normally run the pay-per-views again, for, I'm guessing, the West Coast feed, to be up to date, like when they do Raw on USA on the East Coast feed, and then you'd watch it on the West Coast feed if you needed to. I don't know if that means both pay-per-views would be blocked out, or just the first showing, or how long would it take before they would not block out a pay-per-view from showing on the network. If you're not the biggest fan and just want to watch some wrestling, I think that's one of the best things that you could do to get more subscribers, to bring them in. Of course, with free comes advertisements. I don't know if they're going to be splicing in advertisements in the middle of shows, which could get a little tricky, if they're going to be able to time them out just perfect, where maybe you miss backstage segments, or if they would be spliced in at a time increment and they would be just randomly during shows where you'd be missing 30 to 45 seconds of something that's going on, just so they can have an advertisement click, because I don't think they're going to be wanting to break up the other feeds, which people are paying money for, to not go along with the other one. They're always probably going to be wanting them running a long time, so it's going to be weird. They definitely probably wouldn't be making a lot of money if they only run them at the end of shows, between shows. So I'm guessing that they'd be at time length intervals, where they have to find some way to make sure that you're not missing parts of matches at the wrong times, because if they just do weird time intervals, you might miss the finish of a match. And then what's the point of watching it? I can tell you that honestly, with the live stream, I haven't watched it since day number 1 of the network. I signed up for the network, I turned on the live stream just to see what was going down, and honestly don't think I've ever gone back other than to watch a pay-per-view, or NXT. I've never really just turned it on to see, like, hey, look, they're showing World War III 1997 WCW's pay-per-view. Let's see where I can join this. If I'm going to watch World War III 1997, I'm going to want to watch it from the beginning. I'll go into the on-demand section and I'll smash it out from there. The $4.99 tier for the WWE Network, this is going to be for tablets and phones only, non-television hookups. I know that with a lot of phones and with a lot of tablets, you are able to hook up an HDMI cable and run it to your television. I don't know if they're going to be able to block that, but as far as I can tell from the $4.99 phones and tablets, you will be able to get the live pay-per-views, you'll be able to get the live stream, there will be no advertisements. They're just giving you a price break for, I think the reason is they think you're watching it on a smaller scale, so you're not going to be watching it as much. Maybe $9.99 is going to be your basic, non-changing. You'll get all of your live stream, you'll get all of your pay-per-views, all of your specials, all of everything else, all of the on-demand. But the big one for $14.99, WWE is looking to be going out and actually signing deals with other companies, a lot like Fight Pass for UFC, where maybe they would bring in a TNA, a Ring of Honor, an Evolve, and show these wrestling shows live on the WWE Network in order to entice more people and more fans to come in. This would be sort of like taking things that are with High Spots TV as of right now, which is a pretty cool on-demand service that High Spots offers if you've ever ordered DVDs from them or shoot interviews, or they've even got some PWG shows on there. I've heard a lot of people who sign up for High Spots TV who think they've gotten their money's worth, and I know a lot of people just sign up for a month here or there along the way just to knock out some shoot interviews that have come out, and some people have signed up and been there for a long time. So it just matters what kind of wrestling you're looking for with them. But with the $14.99, as well as trying to bring in other outside organizations, the one big thing is that Dave Meltzer mentioned that you'd be getting a chance to vote for the WWE Hall of Fame, because WWE would be looking at you as sort of an exclusive member. And there are things that come along with that. Would people take advantage of that vote and vote for somebody maybe like Earthquake, Typhoon, Psycho Sid? You know, there sort of be a fan gathering to sort of vote for something that, you know, would be outside of what WWE wants, maybe even a Chris Benoit. There's definitely things that might be taken advantage of by that, but it is one thing to sort of make that an exclusive thing for the biggest WWE fans. They might think that Hall of Fame vote is worth $5, that's $60 a year in order to have a chance to vote for your favorite Hall of Famer to get into the Hall of Fame, whether if that's Owen, Chris Benoit, I don't know really who else is out there. It's hard to name guys. You know, definitely guys like Undertaker, Triple H, Vince, The Rock. Those guys, once they get a chance, once, you know, they want to put them in, they're going to put them in anyway. So it's not really worth voting for a guy like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I would guess I'm just going to stick with the $9.99 like I've always had it. Maybe something will jump off, you know, if it's easier for me to watch TNA, if they have TNA pay-per-views. I'm not going to go out of my way and pay $14.99 to get the TNA video library, but it does bring a lot of people going back to the story of who is the mystery people that paid for the TV tapings for TNA. Did WWE buy the TNA tape library? Did they make a deal to keep them in business, a lot like Vince did with ECW, in order to sign them to a deal to be able to entice people to the WWE Network with future TNA programming, thinking that they're not really competition and it's just sort of keeping more wrestling on the network, which makes the network more on demand to outside people that aren't WWE fans that want to see more wrestling, whether if that's just a change of pace from WWE with the Raw and SmackDown crew and stuff like that. So this is big changes for the WWE Network. We'll see what really pans out and what really comes out, but as of right now, that's what's on the table to make some changes.